Can we avert a government shutdown? What are the Democrats planning potentially? Well, we're hearing Democrats on the Hill are opposing several items in a proposed budget that are key, of course, to President Trump's agenda. And after we saw what happened during his address to Congress this week, we know anything is possible. Pleased to bring in right now constitutional law attorney, president of the Article 3 Project, Mike Davis. Mike, always good to see you. Thanks for sticking around. I know we had that big breaking news, but I want to get to some of these hot button issues. Good to have you. Thank you for having me. All right, so there is a potential shutdown. Again, I know most Americans are saying, of course. Donald Trump, truthing, President Trump saying government funding runs out next week. Democrats are threatening to shut down the government, but he is working with the Great House Republicans on a CR. Here we go again. You know, we had Elon Musk on the Hill yesterday, you know, trying to work with Congress. All of this seems like not business as usual, except for the Democrats. Do you think this reconciliation bill is possible? What do you see playing out, and what could the Democrats have up their sleeve?
I do, because the American people support President Trump and his campaign pledge to hire Elon Musk, set up Doge, and cut government waste, fraud, and abuse. President Trump's policy agenda is very popular. Doge is very popular. And at the end of the day, Congress is going to go along with what the American people want.
And you know what's really popular? Safe cities and closed borders. We saw J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, and Tulsi Gabbard yesterday. It was actually J.D. Vance's second visit in 6 months. Talk about a border czar when we had a vice president who didn't go basically ever. But here we are. I want to play this exchange because also while they're at the border talking about historic low numbers and the important for national security, we had sanctuary city mayors facing a grilling on Capitol Hill. And boy, did it get ugly, in fact, from one of the members on the left in the subcommittee.
Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans commit more rape and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you all trying to get thrown out of committee so you can get on MSNBC is going to end. We're not going to put up with it.
This is my procedural right as a member of this committee.
You can go with Mr. Frost and Mr.
I mean, here are the mayors trying to defend their sanctuary cities. Mike, it'd be laughable if it wasn't so dangerous. And I want to get your reaction to how they try to justify the money they're spending and the potential for their own voters to be victims of crimes, as we've seen from people who shouldn't even be in our country.
I split my time between Washington, D.C. and Denver, Colorado. And I'll tell you, Denver, Colorado is not a safe place with these Venezuelan gangs taking over apartment buildings. And I would say to Denver Mayor Mike Johnston, you better understand, buddy, that you are going to be on the receiving end of a criminal indictment for harboring illegal immigrants under 8 U.S.C. 1324 if you don't back down, because I promise you that Attorney General Pam Bondi and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and FBI Director Kash Patel and Border Czar Tom Homan are not playing games.
No, we know the tariffs have been a big issue, and Donald Trump today put out a truth. Our president said that he spoke to Claudia Sheinbaum and he's agreed to give them a little bit of a pause till August 2nd on the tariffs. There's a huge issue, you know, with fentanyl, not just coming in from the southern border, but we know the north as well. We heard Peter Navarro say in a recent interview that he says cartels are taking over Canada. When you look at the tariffs as a way to obviously get the attention and potentially some border security, what's your make on where things are going and how not just the president, but also, you know, comments from Howard Lutnick as well will play with these other world leaders?
Look, President Trump has proved to the world that he is ready to govern on day one. He's not messing around. He's going to put America first. He's going to seal our border and make sure that we don't have violent, illegal immigrants, Venezuelan gangs, and fentanyl coming in and destroying our country. And Canada and Mexico better play ball, because I promise them that these tariffs are going to hurt them a hell of a lot more than it's going to hurt us.
Indeed. Mike Davis, president and founder of the Article 3 Project. Great to have you in with us today. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Be safe in Denver. All right, how about this? The DEA in Houston making a massive drug bust, and you won't believe the amount of meth found in a warehouse.